The outpost floated at the edge of known space, a metal scar clinging to a dead moon. Once, it had been a busy relay station where traders, scouts, and patrol crews passed through. Now it was silent, powered down except for emergency lights that blinked like tired eyes. The evacuation had been fast and careless. When the fleet command decided the sector was no longer worth holding, they ordered everyone out. No delays, no rescues. Anything left behind was considered acceptable loss. Among what was left behind were 2 living beings. Mara, the cat pilot, sat strapped into the cracked seat of a small interceptor. Her fur was gray with faint silver stripes, matted from days without proper care. One ear was torn from an old skirmish, but her sharp green eyes were still alert. She had been one of the best pilots in the patrol wing. Small hands, perfect for delicate controls. Instincts faster than most machines. But she was not human, and when space ran out on the transports, her name slipped off the list. Below the hangar, in the tracking bay, Cora lay curled beside a silent sensor rig. He was a wolf tracker, tall and broad, with thick black fur and eyes the color of amber. His kind was bred and trained to hunt signals across planets, to follow trails no scanner could read. He had followed countless teams through danger and darkness. When the evacuation alarm sounded, he had been out on patrol. When he returned, the ships were gone. They waited. For days. Power dropped hour by hour. Air grew thin. The cold crept in. Mara tried to come again, her voice calm but tight. No answer. Only static. Koro lifted his head when he heard footsteps echo through the station. At first, he thought it was Hope playing tricks on him. Then the scent hit his nose. Human old armor. Oil and metal. A heartbeat, slow but steady. Owen Hale walked through the broken hatch with careful steps. His armor was patched and faded, the emblem of the old defense force barely visible on his shoulder. He moved like someone who had learned long ago that rushing got people killed. His hair was streaked with gray, his face lined by years of vacuum glare and hard choices. He had not been part of the evacuation. He was a veteran on contract, hired to clean up abandoned data cores and retrieve anything valuable before scavengers arrived. Easy pay, they said. No risks, they said. Then he saw the interceptor. Then he saw Mara. Their eyes met for a moment. Neither moved. Mara's hand hovered near the emergency release, though she knew it barely worked. She had seen humans look at her kind before, some with kindness, some with cold calculation. Owen slowly raised both hands, palms open. Easy, he said. His voice was rough but steady. I'm not here to hurt you. She studied his stance, his breathing, the way his eyes kept flicking to exits and shadows. A soldier's habit. Old ones. You are late, she said. He winced. Yeah, I am. He cut the straps holding her seat and helped her down. When she stood, her legs trembled, but she stayed upright. Pride ran deep in pilots. Someone else here? He asked. Her ears tilted toward the lower deck's tracker, she said. Wolf. Owen nodded once. Then we move. They found Koro guarding the sensor rig like it was sacred. The wolf rose when Owen entered, muscles tense, teeth just visible. Mara spoke softly in a low tone, calming him. Koro's eyes never left the human. Owen crouched to be at eye level, keeping his movements slow. I don't leave people behind, he said. Doesn't matter what shape they are. Koro sniffed the air again, then stepped back. Time was short. Owen's ship was small, built for one. He had planned to grab data and go. Now he rerouted power, stripped panels, dumped cargo. He worked fast, hands steady, mind racing. The station's orbit was decaying. Soon, it would burn. When they launched, alarms screamed through the hull. The interceptor was damaged but functional. Mara took the controls, her posture changing instantly. Fear vanished, replaced by focus. The ship slid through debris with grace that made Owen stare. Behind them, the outpost broke apart, scattering into fire and dust. They did not celebrate, they did not relax. Because space noticed them, a patrol ship intercepted them near the drift lanes. Its hull was sharp and dark, weapons warm. The signal that came through was cold and official. Unregistered vessel. Unauthorized rescue. Return abandoned assets. Owen felt anger rise like a flame he thought had burned out years ago. They left you to die, he muttered. Now they want you back. Mara's tail lashed. They will cage us. Koro growled low. Owen made his choice without hesitation. He killed the transmitter. The patrol ship fired a warning shot. Mara pushed the engines past safety limits. The ship screamed in protest, but she held it together, weaving through broken asteroids. Owen manned the rear gun, firing not to destroy, but to blind sensors and force distance. They jumped blind. When the ship dropped out of fold space, everything went quiet. They had reached an unclaimed system, far from lanes and flags. A small green planet hung below. Wrapped in clouds, they landed near a wide valley filled with tall grass and slow rivers. The air was breathable. The sun was warm. For the first time in days, they rested. They built a shelter from the ship's remains. Owen repaired what he could. Mara mapped the skies. Koro ran the land, learning its smells and sounds. Weeks passed. The patrol did not come. Instead, others did. Word spread through quiet channels. A human veteran had broken orders to save 2 non-human crew. He had fled into the dark. Some called him foolish, others called him dangerous. But many listened. A trader arrived first, then a medic, then a small crew of explorers who had been turned away too many times. They stayed. They built. The valley became a settlement. Small but alive. Mara taught young pilots how to feel a ship, not just fly it. Koro trained trackers who learned to read worlds like books. Owen stood watch, older now, but steadier than ever, when a fleet finally arrived. Years later, they did not come to reclaim, they came to negotiate. The settlement had grown into a hub. Its people were loyal, skilled, and fiercely independent. They traded fairly, defended themselves, and asked only one thing. No one gets left behind. Owen stood beside Mara and Koro as the fleet envoy spoke. "We underestimated you," the envoy admitted. "All of you." Owen crossed his arms. "You didn't underestimate us," he said. "You forgot what we are." The envoy frowned. "And what is that?" Mara's eyes gleamed. Koro lifted his head, proud and calm. Owen looked out over the valley, at humans and non-humans working side by side, at ships lifting into the sky together. "We are the ones who stay," he said, "when everyone else walks away." And for the first time in a long time, the galaxy listened.